Hi, Matt Welch here with my co-author Nick Gillespie of the Declaration of Independence with a TS. We both work for Reason, the magazine, the institution of free minds and free markets. It's Ask a Libertarian Day here. Our next question comes from Tom K6286, who I believe is a hot lesbian from Somalia. The question is, what are libertarian solutions to environmental problems, global warming, pollution, etc.?
I think that the first thing is to make sure that we're talking about an actual problem, one that demands immediate and massive action. With something like global warming, I believe that global warming is happening. I believe that man-made action has contributed to it. But what we're really talking about then mostly is sea rise, and the solution to that is really to turn Bangladesh into South Florida, basically making everybody wealthier so we're more resilient and able to deal with weather conditions that change. More to the point, we need to think about things with pollution in America. There's no question that the single biggest advance in air quality over the past 40 years came from two basic things. First was the imposition of a government mandate for unleaded fuel across the continent. That cleared the air so that in places like Houston and LA, which routinely rank as some of the worst air quality in America, it's vastly better than it ever was back then, with a lot more people and a lot more activity. There's a role for the government coming in and saying, look, there's a commons problem here and we can't price things effectively, so we're going to have to set up some kind of one-size-fits-all regulation. There's a lot of ways to deal with that. Typically gets done in the least effective way, but kind of privatizing the problem, privatizing any commons is a way to solve the commons problem. It's a way of turning public toilets that are disgusting into private facilities which actually work pretty well and can be even open to the public. And you can see this with things like endangered species. When you can grow elephants and when you can grow salmon and when you can grow all sorts of things, you get more of them if you can recoup some of that. So a big part of it is privatizing the commons, and another part of it is also working towards those few areas, understanding and gaining a real consensus that doesn't destroy an economy in order to save it when we're talking about real commons problems.
Yeah, and let's not make sure that poor people continue being poor as the solution to our sense of guilt for our own pollution, which I think animates a little bit too much of sort of environmental policy going forward.